Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Art Appreciation Series video. 3 packs of original Innistrad. We're going to open them up, take a quick look, maybe not a quick look, but a slow look at the art and the flavor text of this set, and just kind of get into the feels, you know, get into that nice setting of Innistrad. Take a look at it. It's a little bit, you know, dark, gothic, that kind of stuff. This box was sent to me by one of my longtime viewers and patrons, Brad. I will be sending all of the cards back to him, so they are all going right back to Brad. Brad, thank you very much for sending this box my way and allowing me to share it with our community. I really appreciate it. Let's get right into things here. We've got a Crossway Vampire. Look at that gorgeous art on there. Right, and the flavor text fills this one out perfectly. It says, "Do not flatter fate. It did not guide you into my clutches tonight. That was all my doing." I've got this sweet wooden stake here. Look at that. The guy does not look happy to see that stake hanging out over there. Right? Just made of what looks like to be birch bark. Just a branch sharpened into a point. It's all you need for a good stake. Right? Just a nice little equipment there. We've got Ghoul Caller's Chant. The art on this card is phenomenal. Looks absolutely gorgeous in foil, because you get all like the little wisps, all the yellow comes out in the foiling. It's very gorgeous. And of course this is, you know, you've got your claws reaching out from the tomb, essentially. Ghoul Caller's Chant. Bringing back zombies from your graveyard, right? Any creature, but if you do zombies you get 2, which is good. Right, and of course the flavor text. The living are born small and weak. The dead rise ready to serve. The choice is obvious. Ghoul Caller's Bell. Again, a little bell here made from a skull of something. Who knows what? It's not very big. Maybe it's like a shrunken head or something. I don't know. But it's, you know, built from a skull. You can see the little, the bell ringer in there, right? Very nice. And of course the flavor text. The bell's chime heralds the rise of the unhallowed from the grave and the fall of their victims into the earth. Oh, Bump in the Night. Bump in the Night. This is the loading ready run card, right? This is, everyone knows this. Bump in the Night, that's their card, right? It's not just the wind. It's not all in your head. And it's definitely something to worry about. Very good. Very good. Good old Bump in the Night. Think Twice. Gorgeous art on here as well. You can see like the runes kind of like on the hand there. Right? Either I know just the spell I need or I'm about to. Good call. Good, fair. It's fair flavor text. We've got a Village Bell Ringer, of course. We talked about this in the last time we saw this card on the series, and that is, you don't ring a bell that size when you're that close to it. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. And like, is that dude about to get walloped by this giant bell? I feel like maybe. Looks like he might not be in a safe spot. And of course it says, priests, hunters, slayers, to arms! The enemy approaches! Caravan Vigil. Gorgeous art on this card too. You can see all of the corpses here wrapped in the wrappings and then emblazoned with Avacyn's logo there, sigil. Right? Very nice. Good stuff. No flavor text on that one. Sensory Deprivation. I mean, you don't want to have your eyes and your mouth stitched shut. It's nice that they left his nose, you know, the nose alone. You can still smell. Just can't eat and you can't see. It's fine. Your sense of smell is going to go off the chart, though. Off the chart, right? They call it Stitcher's Anesthesia. A spell to deaden the senses while the mad doctor begin their grisly work. While the mad doctors begin their grisly work. First uncommon from this pack, Midnight Haunting. Again, another gorgeous art there. You can see like through, you can see the spirit up front. Everyone pays attention to the spirit. But look there. You can see the little lamplight and there's like a person there sleeping away. Gorgeous. The path back to the world of the living is murky and bewildering. A Geist may not even realize that it is terrifying its own loved ones. How sad is that? That's quite sad, I have to say. Galvanic Juggernaut. Who do you think I am? I'm the Juggernaut. Right? That's how that works. Yeah. Wreath of Geists. Again, looks absolutely gorgeous. Though I feel like these spirits may not necessarily agree to being a ring of protection for this hunter, to be honest. And it says, before you travel the woods of Kessig, first get permission from those who died trying. And the rare is Unbreathing Horde, a nice little 3-drop here, 0/0. And it says, Unbreathing Horde enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it for each other zombie you control and each zombie card in your graveyard. If Unbreathing Horde would be dealt damage, prevent that damage and remove a 1/1 counter from it. So it can come in as a very large zombie to start, and it gets slowly smaller as it takes damage. Which is okay. Which is still okay. Art on this is like pretty nasty looking. There is a lot of stuff going on in this art. Mainly because it is an Unbreathing Horde, right? We've got the Homunculus token. There it is. Look at that little guy. He's got a little visor. And his big, well, it looks like a scythe or something. It looks pretty sharp on both ends. I don't know if I want this Homunculus anywhere near me. You've got your flip card, and then, of course, we got our actual, I should say our flip checklist card. Then we have a flip card. The flip card is Ulvenwald Mystics, or Ulvenwald Mystics, which is a 3/3 for 4. Art, very nice here. Nice druidic feel, right? Shaman in this case, I guess. And the flavor text is, with this ritual, we cast aside our fragile humanity. ... And then, and embrace the ancient ferocity of the undying wild. And they become an Ulvenwald Primordials, which is a 5/5 with pay 1 green to regenerate them. There you go. Your little shamans, your 2 shamans here have turned into 2 nasty looking werewolves. There they are. There they are. All right, let's look. There's Olivia on the front of this pack. Good old Olivia, right? Could like stand to see an Olivia or like a Garrick, I guess. I mean, we've seen Snapcaster, right? I guess, do we want to see Liliana? I guess we could see Liliana too, would be nice. Somberwald Spider, again, hiding in a tree there. Definitely got to be careful in the forests of Kessig, that's for sure. And it says, Stensian vampires encourage spiders near their manors so they can rob the webs. Let me just take all of that stuff out of there. We've got Hysterical Blindness. Again, this is a really cool one. You can see like the color on their skin around their eyes is like blue and stuff from the essentially the spell. And it says, the panic is amusing, but the real fun comes when the spell passes and the villagers start looking for a scapegoat. They're pointing the finger, pointing the blame. It's always a fun game to play, right? Abyssinian Priest. There you go. That temple in the back there, or that church in the back, looks a little bit slanted. Looks like it might not be having the best of times. But maybe that's just the perspective that it's drawn on. Who knows? And it says, Moorlanders speak in awe of the priest's talent for arriving just in time to drive off the wicked things that prowl the ravished parish. There you go. We've got a Selhoff Occultist. It's quite the wand that they have there. And they also cast quite the, like, silhouette, right? Very beautiful art in this one. You definitely get the sense of, like, urgency of, like, or, like, yeah, I guess, like, stealthiness. I guess that's not really the word I'm looking for, but you know what I mean. The mist whispers to those who know it to be more than a mundane fog. Tell me your secrets, mist. Traitorous Blood. This is a cool one. This is an art that when we talked about this last time, I had never actually really looked at the art of this card. It just looked like a blob of like something being cast. But it's actually like a dragon that's like turning on a dime to turn back around at wherever it came from, and it does not look happy, which is really cool. It's a very cool way to portray the taking of someone else's character and like making it attack them instead. I can make you dance to my tune like a puppet, your very blood eager to obey. Olivia Voldaren. Moon Mist. I love the art on this card. The art on this card is phenomenal. I've always enjoyed it. You get that kind of just like misty werewolves running through with the moon kind of super mooned in the background. Very cool looking, right? And of course, no flavor text on this one, but it transforms all of your werewolves. Good stuff. Good stuff. Markov Partition. Markov Patrician. Patrician. That's the one. And of course, it's a vampire for 3. And it says, vampires of the Markov bloodline pride themselves on their exquisite taste in fashion, art, and wine of the vein. Your blood is just of that of the common folk. I do not want it. Get out of here. Ghostly Possession. There it is. Definitely looks like they need to have some sort of exorcism done, as we all are aware. Maybe you're not aware. If you're not aware, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No flavor text on that card. We've got Mausoleum Guard next. Again, another gorgeous art on this one. The shadow, the lighting, very well done. Holding a sword and a lantern, of course, right? And it says, ghoul callers trying to get in, geists trying to get out. This duty is never dull. It's fair. It's fair. It would be very exciting. I'll give you that, Mausoleum Guard. We've got a Scab Goliath. Again, another thing where you like look at it and you're like, what is going on with this picture? There's a head here and a head there with an arm coming out of it, and then there's an arm here with like a head attached to the end of like a claw-like thing. I don't know what's going on. And then there's people down here like being like, ah, oh my god, there's a weird ugly beast thing in there, and it's like, why don't you run away? 3 heads, 6 arms, and some armor graphs are better than the normal number of those things. The normal number of those things. Purify the Grave. This is a cool looking one too. So you can see like all the scrolls on the back. This is like obviously a priest, and he's, you know, or they are doing some sort of incantation over top of this grave, right? And you can see there's the Avacyn's logo on what appears to be like maybe the staff, or that is their holy implement of some kind. Very cool looking art. Very nice. And it says, some priests speak in whispers of the Hell Vault, a silver prison of unpurged evils. Good old Hell Vault. And our rare is Kessig Wolfrun. There you go. Kessig Wolfrun's a great little card that came out in this set. Great for your werewolf decks because, you know, it adds 1 colorless. But for X, a red and a green, you can tap it and target creature gets +X/+O and gains trample until end of turn, which was very important for these types of decks. When a werewolf changes for the first time, that first howl is said to echo through the wilds till moonset. Cool. It's a cool way to look at things. So there you go. Got a little spider token. The flip check card. And then we've got a Tormented Pariah here. Ooh, we do have a foil. Okay. So our Tormented Pariah, of course. Dude getting kind of like tossed. I think they're throwing rocks at him or something. I don't know what's going on in this. It looks like they're throwing rocks at them. Right? And they're like, haha, get out of here, you bum. And it says, hey lads, the moon's rising. All the better to watch him beg for mercy. And then, it doesn't work the way that you wanted it to. Just look at him, groveling on all fours. What a pathetic, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I feel like uh-oh is an understatement. Do you know what I mean? Like, they've just seen their friend get murdered right there by a werewolf that they were just like throwing rocks at and tormenting, and all of a sudden, and then they're like, oh, it's like that little kid, you know, and you're like, no, not you need to like run away fast. And we did get a foil. We got a foil in this pack, and the foil is a Slayer of the Wicked. A gorgeous foiling on this. Absolutely gorgeous. Right? And, of course, you've got... It's a 3/2. And the flavor text on this one is, you don't want to see his trophy room. You don't want to see his trophy room because he's a Slayer of the Wicked. So he's, like, just absolutely murdering all the wicked things. Like, strings of vampire fangs, werewolf pelts. I don't know. What else? What other kind of zombie somethings? Would you really keep a trophy of zombies? I don't know. That's kind of a weird thing. Like, cause like, wouldn't you be worried that it would like keep moving or like, you know, not be dead? We've got the Riot Devils here. Good old Riot Devils. All right, there they are. And of course, it's all flavor text on this one, right? And you can see the devils, right? Nice little... Looks like they're looking through somebody's window in their door or something that's been shattered. And it says, devils are demons, unearthly desires made flesh. Let loose on the world, they satisfy their mad cravings for destruction in a whirlwind of chaos. That sounds like devils. I agree. I agree with this statement. Curse of the Bloody Tome. Those books are just ruined. They're just ruined now, right? Like there's no coming back from that. I mean, you can't just put like a little bit of club soda on there to get that blood out. It's just not gonna. It's just over. It's done. It's done. And of course, the flavor text. After seeing his life's work drip away, the mage decided it was a good time to go crazy. It's fair. Seems like the best time to go mad. Let's be honest. We got a Kinder Catch. These are the interesting ones. The art on this is gorgeous, by the way. And you can see, like, you know, you've got, like, the hands here, and you've got another one here that's got, like, a hand, and it's kind of, like, walking this way. But, like, is this the head, or is, like, this is the face in here with, like, a weird beard? I can't really tell. I can't really tell. They look really cool, though. I have to say. They look really cool. And of course, this is all flavor text as well. It says, in the forest villages of Kessig, parents feed their children wormwood and other bitter herbs, hoping to make them less palatable to the things that roam the night. It's definitely not a place that you want to be living, let me tell you. And we've got the Thraben Purebloods, right? Look at these wolfhounds. They look like wolfhounds, or like some sort of like a greyhound cross with something. There's some sort of hound, that's for sure. I don't know what kind of hound they are, but here we are. And hound is now dog, I believe, is what it got errated to, or, you know, changed to, or whatever you want to call it. And it says, I've learned to trust my dog's instincts. When they're calm, I'm calm. And when they get nervous, I get my crossbow. It's fair. Getting your crossbow seems like the right response. Dream Twist. Look at that. Like, it's like that weird, like, thing where, like, the hallway is, like, squishing in, but, like, also, like, bending out at the top. Super weird effect there, but that's how it would feel, I would assume, if your dreams were being twisted. Right? Gorgeous art. We've got the Rotting Fen Snake here. You can see right through its head. Right at the back. Not really what you want to see when you're walking around in the marsh. Definitely not. And it says, its venom sacs are long gone, but its crushing strength is somehow greater than ever. Definitely not a thing that you want to be seeing. Hey, we got the village bell ringer again. Look at this guy. See, he's just gonna mess up him and his friend. Very, very easily. Priests, hunters, slayers, to arms! The enemy approaches! Ooh, travel preparations. This was the deck that everyone tried to, like... They always tried to, like, pick this up as soon as they could, because, I mean, put a 1/1 counter on up to each of 2 target creatures, flashback for 1 and a white. So for 4 mana, you get to distribute 4 power on the table, however you choose. Seems pretty good. Great little card. Travel prep, great. Very good. And of course, visiting a shrine at the start of a journey makes the traveler more likely to finish it. So there you go. See, make sure you do your due diligence, everyone, before you go on an adventure Make sure you prepare properly. And in Kessig, that's praying to Avacyn, I guess, or at a shrine to whichever god or being you believe in. We've got the Spectral Flight here. I think there's like a dude in there, if I'm not mistaken. There looks like there's a dude in there, right? Like right in here. There's a guy. There's a dude thing in there, wrapped around with the Geists, and it's the flavor text says, "The church looks down on binding spirits into armor, but now I can look down on them." It's not wrong. Not wrong. First uncommon in this pack, we got Into the Maw of Hell. Look at that. That is not where that guy was planning to go today, I don't think. Like that ground just like opened up and swallowed him and his horse. Not great. Few entrances lead to where demons and devils lurk. Unfortunately, they occasionally open new ones. Yep, it's accurate. Unburial Rites. This just got released on Arena just a little while ago with Historic Pack 3 or whatever that they released. Great little card. Absolutely phenomenal. 5 mana. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Flashback for 3 and a white. It's great. Art on this really good. Dude just like shaking away at the, you know, the windows in his tomb, I guess, right? Let me out. Let me out. It's kind of like that GIF, right? But it's let me in instead of let me out, right? That's yeah. All crave the blessed sleep. Few receive it. I just want to sleep. Just let me sleep. No. Hallowhenge Scavenger as the next card. Next uncommon here. Nice little elemental forest walker thing here. We talked about this last time. I have no idea what that weird light is. I can't for the life of me figure out what it is or why it's there or what's the purpose. If you know, please inform me. And then after werewolves slaughtered their citizenry of Hallowhenge, other creatures moved in. And then our rare is a Gavany Township, which we talked about, I believe, previously. It shows up in the background of other cards as well. There's the red roofs with the white buildings. Very nice. This is another good rare as well, another good rare land. This was one of the other rare lands that people sought after because for 2, a green and a white, you put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control, which is, you know, if you're playing the green-white token deck, a lot of creatures. And then it says, the protective wards of the church have weakened, and no one can tell us why. It's time to look to our own defenses. Cool. Then you've got a nice ad card here. Look at that ad right there. There it is. Oh, it's time to evaluate your game, Magic Online. And then this one is, rain down curses on your opponents, and then watch them suffer turn after turn. Then we've got, of course, our checklist card, and our flip card is a rare, so there you go. So the rare flip card is Ludwig's Test Subject, and of course you've got the egg there. This came out as a promo as well, and there was a very, different art on the front. It was still an egg, just like this, but it was like covered in like runes and lightning or whatever you want to call it. Very cool looking, and it is an 0/3 for 2 with the defender. And it says, pay 1 in a blue, put a hatchling counter on Ludwig's Test Subject, then if there are 5 or more hatchling counters on it, remove them all and transform it. And it turns into Ludwig's Abomination, which is a giant, like, lizard-looking thing. I don't know, it's like a dragon, maybe? I'm not even sure, to be honest. It's pretty crazy looking. And it's a 13/13 trample, and it says, after several frustrating experiments, the visionary Ludwig realized he needed to create a monster that fed on torch-wielding mobs. Fair. That seems like a fair thing to work towards if you're having to deal with mobs on a regular basis, I guess. So there you have it, everybody. Thank you so much, Brad, for providing the box. I hope you all enjoyed this little walk through the Innistrad OG art series. We'll be back again next week with 3 more packs. We're almost on the box, and then we'll be on to something else. So stay tuned. Thank you so much, and as always, may your pulls ever be better.